This is a busy week for the Senate Judiciary Committee, taking up the nomination of Judge Amy Barrett to be the next Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. But as if to prove that it can judge matters like the judge and still chew gum at the same time, it wants to take up a vote tomorrow on whether to authorize a subpoena of the CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and Jack Dorsey of Twitter. Jeremy Owens of Market Watch, the tech editor there, on the significance of all of this. Jeremy, if they succeed in forcing the issue, then it becomes incumbent upon these CEOs to come, will they?
Well, they're coming next week, right? They have already agreed to show up in front of the Senate Commerce Committee on Wednesday of next week. And so they will discuss this issue already. I have to wonder how many times they're going to get called and how many times they're going to say yes, right? They're coming next week because there was threats of subpoenas. So they all agreed to come. How many times are they going to come? And how many, eventually they're just going to start sending underlings and others and stop bringing these CEOs. Zuckerberg was already there in June to talk about antitrust. He has had several of these hearings, right? At what point do they get tired of this and just start sending general counsels or somebody else, right? And blowing it off?
You know, Jack Dorsey has already said that maybe the way they communicated on this New York Post story was wrong, that people can retweet this story if they want. I don't know what moves Facebook has made, but the genie's out of the proverbial bottle, and this is something that Republicans are not letting go of. And you think about it, you mentioned these other hearings. Those were dominated by Democrats who said they've gotten simply too big for their britches and they should be, they should be held accountable. So I'm wondering, no matter what happens with the election, if these guys are still going to have bullseyes on them. What do you think?
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, remember, Neil, we were the victim of a mass misinformation campaign in 2016 on these platforms, right? And they've never really had to answer to those. They've done stuff on their own, but we have not done much to force them to change their ways, and they should continue to have to answer to that. And I would hope that that is the thing that everybody wants to talk about, is how these platforms are used to misinform the American public and how we can keep that from happening again.
You know, normally the side you might have pleased 4 years ago, that is largely conservatives and Republicans who liked the influence that they had back then, versus now their anger at overusing that today. Is the better part of valor for them to get out of the content judging business altogether and not police what gets out and trust their, readers, viewers, users to decide for themselves whether a story warrants their attention?
Well, they did that. That is exactly pretty much what they did in 2016, and it was flooded with fake news meant to change our election and change what happened. We've already tried that, and it hasn't worked. And now if they, what people are talking about is amending
if they
Section
have an
230.
inherent bias, that's the concern, right? If they have a bias. Do you think they have a bias?
I think they have a bias to not getting sued and not getting in trouble and not having their platforms used in this way, right? And the response from a lot of people is to amend Section 230 or get rid of Section 230. That would just cause them to edit this content even more, right? If they don't have protection from lawsuits for stuff that's put on there, they will block even more content from coming out. So that is not and that's kind of what they're talking about next week in the Commerce hearing is Section 230, and so I don't see that as a avenue either.
Okay, Jeremy, we'll see what happens. Good catching up with Jeremy Owens on all of this at Market Watch.